Let me say it louder for the bitches at the back. Baby, you didn't pick a winner. You didn't pick a winner. Why are you surprised? And you're calling me as a person who was my ex. You will die. You will die. So call somebody who cares. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mics is on. Hi guys, welcome to yet another video. This is part 2. This is part 2 of 29 lessons since 29. As promised, everybody clap for me. Vio, clap for me. Yes, good. So finally, yani nilisema nitafanya kitu na nimeifanya. You know, sometimes I like, especially when it comes to vlogs and things on YouTube, sometimes I say I'll do them and then I think that you people didn't hear, so I'm just like, nobody had. I don't have to really do it, but I'm not doing it, so I have to do it under duress. There's a gun to my head, you guys can't see it, but well, welcome back to yet another video. Somebody told me I should open a podcast because I just talk continuously. But the thing is, unajua mimi simalizangi vitu za kusema. So I just go and then when I realize I'm talking too much, it's already like more than too much. So it is what it is. This is who I am. Yeah, so tulikuwa number 15 last time. Let me just remind you, number 15 ilikuwa nini? Decide who you are or who you want to be before society decides for you. That was the last point, and please go back and refer to that, but it's also very self-explanatory. Number 16, accept people and situations for what they are, not what you'd like them to be. You see, if you want people to accept you for who you are, you must also extend the same courtesy. Accept other people for who they are. Usianze ku project your ideas onto how you'd like them to be, especially when it comes to romantic relationships. There's this picture we have in our heads of who we want, and then me particularly, and then every time I meet somebody, I project that image onto them. I imagine this is who they are, and they are nothing like that. And then by the time I realize, like literally, I usually tell my friends, sometimes I set these people up for failure. I'd not pick a winner, and then I'm surprised when they lose. Baby, you didn't pick a winner. Why are you surprised he lost? Next time, pick a winner, maybe. Then he'll have a chance of winning. Yeah, so accept people and situations for who they are, or what they are, not what you'd like them to be. Yeah? All right. Number 17, the wound/hurt might not be your fault, but the healing is your responsibility. You cannot now sit in the heartbreak, in the heart, and now blame other people that this is the person who hurt me, this person hurt me, this person did this, they did that. Sawa, the wound is not your responsibility, but the healing is your responsibility. It's up to you to make yourself feel okay. Sawa, and that also goes hand in hand with that point of how I choose to heal what you broke is none of your business. If I decide now that the way I experience healing, for me particularly, how I experience healing, especially in a romantic relationship or even a friendship relationship, if it ends, you'll never hear from me. You can go back and ask my exes. They to date, they've never heard from me. You can call me umpteen times and I'll never pick up. Like, usinicall hata kwanza ukiwa ICU, especially if you're in an emergency and you're calling me as a person who was my ex, you will die. So call somebody who cares. Yeah. I don't choose how, like, you don't get to decide how I fix what you broke. So that's just, I know sometimes it kind of comes off as avoidant, but that's just how I deal with it. You see, I go no contact for the first few years and then it just becomes the rest of my life, and then I completely forget about you. And the thing is, I've never run into these people on the street. I never ran into any, like, okay, once I saw let me not say which ex, but I saw him nilikuwa kwa cab on a bike, I presume also going to the same direction. So as imagine, and the good thing is the windows zilikuwanga tinted, so I can see him, he can't see me, and then he's on a bike, so like I can clearly see everything. Na yeye anioni, like he never saw me. I don't think he knows this. Maybe if he still watches, then maybe now he knows. I saw him, and you know, like, I'm petty, I couldn't help but think, I mean, he's put on a bit of weight. It doesn't look great, and that was all the closure I needed. So yeah. Moving on quickly, swiftly. Ah, healing means also taking accountability for your role in your own pain and suffering. We are sometimes active and slash or passive participants in our own trauma by not changing it or continuously choosing to play the games. You remember last week? Was it last week? Well, the first part I told you, the game stops when you stop playing. So if somebody is continuously hurting your feelings and you don't walk away from that situation, you're actively or passively participating, whichever it is. You know, sometimes also you're toxic, so you what hatiana. Sometimes you're sitting there and letting things happen to you. You can stand up and walk. All right? So you must also take accountability in your part in your own suffering, because sometimes we stand in the way of our prosperity. Get out of your own way. Take accountability for your part. Take the lesson so you don't have to keep learning it over and over again. Understand what you need to understand from that situation and then move on. All right. Yeah, you don't have to not dwell in that suffering. Like I said, give room to your emotions so that when you're done feeling those emotions, you stand up and walk away. And sometimes it's not easy to walk away from relationships. So experience what you need to experience. Sometimes unafilenya sina your strength. Sometimes it's a money conversation that you have kids in the relationship. You can't just up and leave. But then if you sit there, you don't find new ways of making money because money is the reason you're staying. And if you had a bit of money, you'd walk away, and you're not making active steps to look for said money, you're participating. You're participating. We all have the capacity to go out there and make something of ourselves, especially if you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Break the goddamn wall. Break the goddamn wall and create another life for yourself. You do not have to stay in the suffering. All right. Yeah. Number 19. This is actually a past lesson. You remember when I told you about reprogramming yourself until you meet the best version? Yeah. 10 toes down on when I said that. You have to reprogram yourself until you meet the version you like best. Like me right now, I'm in my third life. Almost even I'm starting my fourth life now. You get to start over as many times as you want. You can start. And you must also appreciate that while sometimes you're in the midst of your suffering, you're still living in answered prayers. You're still living in answered prayers. That's the thing about life. Like, it's just always a see. So there's some kids just looking straight at me. By the way, I like kids. Yeah. So yeah, that's what comes after healing. It's really just a journey of small adjustments. Then before you know it, you're the woman of your dreams. So you just make small steps. Leo, me going to the gym today contributes to the person that I want to be in future. So think like that. Think of nini naeza fanya leo and it contribute to the person I want to be. Because you cannot change your life like 180. You just have to take like small steps until sasa ufike hapo kwenye unataka kwenda. Number 20, when you know better, you have no choice but to do better. Privilege is the difference between choosing to advocate for change and having no choice but to do so. When things change inside you, things change around. Hizi ni vitu tu nilikuwa naandika za kunisaidia kuexplain hii point ya. When you know better, you do better. The first line here, privilege is the difference between choosing to advocate for change and having no choice to do so. Literally means that sometimes, let's say for example let's just even use social media as a point. Right now we all know what is happening in Tanzania. Not many of us can actually change what is happening in Tanzania right now, but many of us can give it a voice. Unaona? So we maybe somebody who's actually there in the political scene in Tanzania has more privilege to make change than us who are here in Kenya. What we can do is just give a voice. So sometimes privilege is the difference between choosing to advocate for change and having no choice to do so. So sometimes you choose to advocate for change. Sometimes you don't have a choice but to advocate for change. It doesn't really affect me, but it's something I can speak on. And then it came a time where I had no choice but to advocate for change, because sasa mmeanza kuniguza. Msiguze mlima, msiguze mlima. Mkianza kuniguza, me, I cannot suffer in silence. That's the thing. Me, seriously suffer in silence. Everybody will hear about my suffering. So you touch me, you can touch everybody. I will speak for everybody now, but when you touch me, anyway, But I can say that all these changes usually happen when change happens inside of you. So you have to change your mindset. You have to take that reframe. I told you that sometimes when things happen and you can't control them, then maybe you control the frame. You control the frame and think of, okay, what can I control in this situation? What you can control, for example, in the Tanzania situation is the voice, your voice. Put your voice out there, talk about it, tell people about it, tell other people to also put their voice out there. And if all of us put our voices together, maybe our voices will be, loud. Yeah. So, yeah. Going to the next point, number 21, clarity comes with action. You can only see the way when you start walking. So focus on what you can see and observe and control that, and the rest will appear as you go. Yeah. So, this I can speak on, especially in terms of entrepreneurship. I've had a lot of fear. Sometimes I was just like, Sasa, which step am I supposed to take? And sometimes when you don't know what step to take, maybe stand there and learn whatever lessons you need to learn from there. Sometimes you can learn from every situation, right? So clarity comes with actions. There's sometimes that it's times for analyzing and planning and things like that. And then there's times when it's time to do. I went to the CHIC Expo last week, and that felt honestly like the first thing I have done for my company, because the entirety of it since August has just been planning. But then going out there and introducing myself to the players in the tourism industry as Maria Kanga, as an owner of a travel company, that felt like the first step. I didn't know, like getting out of the house and going to that expo that day, I didn't know what I'm gonna say. But you can bear me witness, the people who are there with me, like when we walked in, like it just came to me. I just knew what to say. And like I was talking to people and they were so inspired. If I didn't get new suppliers, I got new clients, I made new friends. Like God just shows you the next way. So you just need to one foot in front of the other. Even if you don't know what the next phase is gonna look like, you get to stepping. Clarity comes from action. You see, if you keep now planning, you never know what like actually to do. But when you start doing, that's when everything becomes clear. So, and the only way to outdo fear is by action. You do, like, fear is a feeling, but action is a verb, is a thing you do. So like you only beat fear, imposter syndrome, all these things by doing, because you prove to yourself. Not doing it, I wrote a quote here that every time you avoid discomfort, it reinforces the belief that you can't handle it. So you just not doing what you're saying you're gonna do reinforces to yourself and even to other people who may doubt you that you're not capable of it. So prove everybody wrong, prove even yourself wrong. No matter what level of fear you're experiencing, just do what you said you're going to do. Do it scared, do it afraid, do it even if it's going to be fucked up, even if you'll mess up. Just do it, and then you'll figure out the next step. That's what it is. That's what it is, really. Oh, I wrote here, imperfect action beats perfect in action. Imperfect action beats perfect in action. All right? Turn it to the next one, number 22. You never truly feel ready. And that's okay, because ready is not a feeling. Ready is a thing, again, an action, something you do. Ready is not a feeling. So there's never going to be a time that you'll feel ready, because ready will never be a feeling. There's always going to be something you can tweak, you can change to make it perfect. But like I said, imperfect action is better than perfect in action. And the way you kind of mitigate the imperfection is you have to prepare yourself. You have to keep preparing yourself mentally, physically, in all sorts of ways, so that you don't have to get ready when the time comes. You stay ready so you don't have to get ready. All right. Yeah. Success happens when opportunity meets preparedness. You see, these points, like, who wrote these points? This was a smart woman. Wow. Uliandikaje hizi points mzuri hivi. So, hapa niliwaambia you have to, do the actions. And then hapa nakwambia you never truly feel ready. So you have to keep preparing yourself. Do something small today towards the, ultimate goal, because success happens when opportunity meets preparedness. You never know when opportunity comes. That's why I usually say, run as fast as you can, pray as much as you can, so that you catch the right bus. Okay, you must run and then you must pray. If you don't run, you don't catch the bus on time, you might miss your bus. If you don't pray, you might get on the wrong bus. I have said this too many times. So Success happens when opportunity meets preparedness. All right. Number 24, you must be willing to step out of your comfort zone because success rarely happens there. Success does not happen in your comfort zone. I don't care how good your comfort zone looks. I don't care how good your comfort. You guys have seen my house. My house is so cozy, so comfortable. But sometimes I'm just like, if I have to get this done, at least let me go and sit at a cafe. Because when I get to playing that TV, maybe nothing will get done. But sometimes a lot of things get done over here. So just sometimes make yourself a bit uncomfortable. Sometimes, shake things, check things up. Shake things up. Unaja. Higher. You're number 24. Number 25, sometimes growth feels like loss, and that's okay because you can't take everyone where you're going. All right. Honor the season without chaining yourself to it. I say this in the last video of anger is a valid emotion. You can honor a season without chaining yourself to it. And like sometimes you have to leave even the things that were really good. Sometimes you have to leave some answered prayers to step into bigger seasons. Okay, I don't think I should explain that any further because honestly, a lot of times growth feels like loss. Before you realize it's growth, inakwanga like later. So if you find yourself in a season of shedding, you're losing people, you're losing things, like maybe hata ukipoteza simu, just think maybe Mungu anataka uchukue iPhone 17. Anyway, number 26, spend at least 1 hour every day working on your dream. This is something my therapist insists on. Spend at least 1 hour, especially people who are in employment. It's a luxury to get some time in the day to do your own thing. Take that 1 hour lunch break, spend it building your dream. Take that 1 hour in the evening when you get home, focus on your dream. You decide what success looks like and then pursue that. You must understand that when it's the most scary to jump, that's when you jump. Yep. When do you quit a job? When do you nini? Sometimes usiache, I remember I told somebody this. There's 3 sharks in this room. Do you know what happens when a shark bleeds in the midst of other sharks? The other sharks will not come with a band-aid and start that sasa wanakuwekea blood elastoplast. No, that's not what happens. They eat you. They'll eat you. You're still a shark, they'll eat you still. So sometimes staying in the wrong pond will get you injured, and if you get injured, sometimes you'll get eaten, and then you'll cease to exist in the game, and then you cease to exist not on your own terms. Always live somewhere on your own terms. Okay, that's another important. Live on your own terms. Higher. Number 28, the biggest risk is not taking a risk at all. Let me read what I wrote under this because I'm sure it'll be good. Make sure you at least spend your time here, by here I mean on earth, here doing something you love, something that sets your soul on fire, something you're willing to fight for, something you're willing to live for, and most importantly, something you're willing to die for. I don't want to say anything else. I won't say anything else on this point. Let me say it louder for the bitches at the back. Make sure you at least spend your time here on earth doing something you love, something that sets your soul on fire, something you're willing to fight for, something you're willing to live for, and most importantly, something you're willing to die for. That's number 28. The last point, number 29, your failures don't define you. Your achievements or successes don't define you. It's your choices that define you. Let's sit with that. Let's sit with it. So what this means is that you get to decide who you are because choices come from trying out new things. And like I said, decisions are informed choices. So you can make a choice, you can realize it doesn't work out, then you can make a decision that I choose to not proceed with this choice and make a different choice. Again, at all times, always make sure you make choices that you can live with. Always understand the consequences of your choices. All right? Yeah, so that's the video, guys. That's the video. When you know better, you do better. So make sure you think about your choices, right? Make sure you think about your choices. Yeah. And sometimes the choices you make are from the point of view of the knowledge you have at this point. Like, let's say maybe in your early 20s, your choices were different from the choices you make in your late 20s, the choices in your 30s, 40s, and so on. But what I am saying is that When you know better, you do better. It's okay to do what you can right now with the information you have right now, but immediately you learn more about the situation or about something, then make another decision or that serves you, okay, in that space. Because knowledge isn't power until knowledge is applied. All right, yes, knowledge is power. Everybody says knowledge is power. It's not power when you don't apply it. And that's on period, so make sure to play the game. Make sure you participate in only the games you want to play in. If you don't like the game, you stop playing. You get to decide. You're not a victim in any situation. You can be a villain if you want to, but I would prefer if the baby girls don't play a victim in any situation, because if you take the victim mentality, then you just sitting there and waiting for things to happen to you. In whatever situation, take a reframe. Somebody can actually victimize you, but take a reframe and then take a decision, right? Yeah, and make sure you jump on opportunities. Make sure you jump on opportunities. When do you jump? When it's scariest to jump, that's when you jump. But I want you to know one thing: opportunity only dances with the people already on the dance floor. And then you know what success, what did we say success is? Success is when preparedness meets opportunity meets preparedness. So if you're preparing yourself by the things you're doing every day and you're staying on the dance floor, there's no way you won't be successful, because success, that is the people who are already on the dance floor. So stay on the dance floor. If you need to change your dancing shoes, change your dancing shoes. Don't get off the dance floor until you get the type of success you're looking for. And guys, that's the video. Let me stop here. But before I go, you guys can see I got new braids done. I want to quickly put in an ad because I am trying to practice working with brands. My mom gave me this olive oil ORS. This is what I'm using to make sure that my braids stay curly. It's a mousse that my braids stay curly. So I just put it on my hands like this. I rub and then I put it on my hair. So it makes sure that they're not tangled. It makes sure they stay curly, they stay fresh. And this, I think, goes for about 500, 600 bob. And it really works on this type of braids. Because sometimes when you shuka this type of braids, you can't stay with them for too long because zina tangles, zina shikana. But just look at the way as just shikana. Very beautiful, very curly. So yeah, this is the ORS mousse. The ORS olive oil mousse. Yeah. So don't mind me, I'm just in my bag. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning into this video. Make sure you subscribe. I need the money. Please subscribe and share this video. And let me know which point, by the way, resonated with you from the part 1 and from this part 2. I love you guys so much. And please keep watching this space. You guys know we are in Marie 3.0, the business owner era. I'm a serious adult now. I own a company. Please, guys, subscribe to this channel. Let's walk this journey together. We're really just all walking each other home, right? Yeah, so please hold my hand. Sometimes I'll come here and I don't know if I'll ever come on camera and cry, but my friends sometimes have to collect me from the floor. So if you have any encouraging message, entrepreneurship in a chapanga watu, na mi shan chapa and I've not been here long. I'm a baby at this. So if you have any encouraging messages from time to time you want to drop in my DM, please do. If you have my number, drop it on text, drop it on here. I need all the support I can. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna try to be a superhero and say that I don't know everything. I need a lot of support. I need all your encouragement. Last but not least, I need you guys to go and follow CHIC Bespoke Journeys. That's my travel company. Yeah. So thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you in the next one for sure. Mwah. Love you, mean it.